Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Blockchain Podcast, episode 8, I believe. Of course, I'm your host.
Episode 8.
Of Electric. Episode 8.
After we hyped episode 7 and fucking no one watched it.
It's a hidden gem. It's a hidden gem. Yes, Tyc, the man, is here with a very special guest.
Not a specialist, Frank. Let's be real. Oh, I'm sorry, but I'm not.
No, Frank is a hidden gem.
Lava Guts from Twitter. Hi.
Twitter.com.
Yes.
So,
it's me.
Tell us your deepest,
following?
darkest secret.
Yes.
I have 3 feet instead of 2.
Wow. That's pretty deep and pretty dark.
Damn, bro.
I don't like people noticing.
What's your follower count?
My pardon? What is it?
Your follower count. How big? How massive?
Oh, okay. It is in the 2000s digit. It is probably
2,867. Got it up on screen.
It is.
Wow.
I'm huge.
Wow. Got a big shot here.
Big shot. I'm big deal. I'm a big deal.
So far, you're the one with the biggest followers.
Yeah. Until we get Inkplasm.
It's inevitable. He's still not answering our emails.
Well, let's get some of the art questions out of the way so we don't get complaints from our friends in the comments. What art program do you use?
I use... Okay, this might sound a bit weird, but I use Flipperclip on my phone.
Really? To draw?
Yeah. It's like an animating program, and it's like, it's not really used to draw anything, but I draw traditionally, and then I take a photo of that, and then I put it on Flipperclip, and then I just draw it on there with my finger. Wow. And then that's it. That's how it be. It's really that simple.
Cool. It's always interesting to have, like, people who, I wouldn't say draw unconventionally, because it's a perfectly fine way of drawing, but, like, yeah, mobile drawing. Another friend would draw with a mouse for a while.
What the hell is a lava gut?
I used to do that.
Yes, tell us, what is a lava gut? How did you get your name? What is a lava gut?
I got it from a bellyache. No, I'm kidding. Lava guts comes from my love of lava lamps. And, what is it? Kind of guru art, like guts and stuff. And I was like, I like guts, and I like lava lamps, so I'm gonna combine it. And my username used to be like, Sleepy Reese, and all that shit, but it wasn't that catchy. It wasn't that catchy, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make it something that I enjoy.
Oh, yeah. Lava Guts is iconic.
Yeah, it is.
It's 2,000 followers, really iconic.
No, I was talking with Guts over here before, but do you, Tyc and Guts, you two know each other at all? Familiar?
No. I don't think I followed you when I followed like thousands of not safe for work artists. Who are you?
Naughty boy. Well, I'm a freelance artist from Australia, and I've been a freelance artist. Yeah, I've been drawing for I don't know, probably like, well, I guess when I made my account on Twitter, like 3 years, but I've been drawing ever since I was a 7-year-old, so I guess. Well, I wasn't an official proper artist when I was 7. I was drawing like My Little Pony stuff and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, nearly a decade, a bit over a decade as an artist.
Yeah. And then
looking at your profile, the information.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden, I was like, you know what? Yeah. I just thought it was fun designing characters, so I got into character design, and that's what I do.
Yeah. I got a question.
Really
how did you go about getting nearly 3,000 followers on the twits?
I honestly wasn't that prepared for it. I mean, like a lot of people aren't that prepared.
Was it a slow gradual? Was it slowly and gradual, or was it like a big boom that just kind of happened?
Oh, okay. I think from what happened, I don't know if I drew something that got a lot of attention or that it just slowly got up there, but I think it was a slow build up, and then I was like, oh, um, I'll do an art raffle, la la la, and that kind of quickly shot me up to 2,000, which was surprising.
Oh yeah.
Twitter.
I wish I remembered.
Yeah.
I wish I remembered what your following count was when I first found you. But yeah, Tyke, what's the Twitter artist community?
The Twitter artist community really loves art raffles. Every other
Honestly.
tweet I see from Twitter artists is art raffle.
Except when I do one.
Oh god.
No.
No, it's like any like little art account will see that and be like, oh my god, free art? Hell yeah! And then you just kind of flock for it. It's a pretty good way to get some followers, I guess.
I've only done one art raffle, and I don't know if I want to do another one because I did it, and the number one person winner, I never got them their actual prize because they disappeared off Twitter.
God.
They left Twitter like before I could get it to them.
Oh my
So they just kind of they won and then they up and disappeared, and I haven't been able to find them. So Mooney, if you're out there, please
come back, come on the podcast.
Mooney, you have a prize. Please claim it.
God, they had great little art too.
Oh, that's sweet. That's really sweet.
Just don't.
Oh,
I don't
God.
know. I got the second and third place guys in though. I don't know. I'm not
That's
much of
nice.
a. I'm never really much of a. You must be following me and retweet and whatnot. I remember I did this one thing. I don't know what you'd call it, where it was like retweet this and reply, and I'll draw your guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which was a shit show. I spent like 6 straight hours just mowing through these guys. I was
Like some people will actually do it, and some artists will just be like, okay, that's way too much. Like they'll post that and then they'll get like 100 replies, and then they'll be like, holy shit.
Take the followers and run.
Run, get out of there.
That's why you limit it to like for 5 minutes. Whoever
Yeah, for
replies
5
with the
minutes,
word.
or just to mutuals, or just people that you know, because like random people will come out of nowhere, and then
Yeah, I
you'll
don't
be
think-
like, holy
yeah.
shit.
And they have some really stupid OCs. I'm sorry, but goddamn, some of them are just stupid.
Can we
And they'll
please
reply,
be
and
mutuals?
No, I gotta mention. They'll reply too, like after it's already done. Like you say, it is done, no
Oh,
more, and they'll still keep
God.
going. And like one of them, I remember one of them was like a superhero milkshake or something.
What?
It was like it looked like a stock photo of chocolate milkshake with a badly drawn cape. And it wasn't a joke account; they were legit.
Oh,
So,
that
I
poor
don't
boy.
know what I hope that man's doing all right.
No.
Who knows?
Yeah, I hope
maybe
they're okay.
maybe they have 10,000 followers.
Maybe I'll have to go
Oh,
check. I can
God.
find the thread.
God,
yeah.
imagine like someone sending you a really like I guess badly designed OC, and you're like, damn, I'm gonna look at their account to kind of bully them secretly, and then you look at them and they have like 13,000 followers, and you're like, holy shit, what is
Well,
happening?
I haven't
Silently
experienced that
judge them.
personally, but yeah, I don't know. Like that's the thing. Not to be a purist or anything, but of course some art's better than others, and sometimes you get like the small accounts will come in, you know, have their share, which is cool, but sometimes I just can't tell what it is. I just can't understand what this drew. Like I have to go and like ask them in DMs, like, hey, can you tell me like what this is? And they're like, oh, okay, I get it afterwards. Like not to be insulting, but you know, I know get there. Aspiring artists, you know, give them
It's
the
fine.
encouragement they
like,
need.
it should be in your right to like be able to ask questions as an artist, to be like, oh, can you explain this to me? Because like sometimes a design can be confusing for one person, to another person it wouldn't be that confusing, but it's just about how you see it, and like it can be really hard sometimes to convey it, because some artists, I will say, can be very stubborn, which kind of sucks, but it's like that's how it be. There's all
That's how
types
it
of
do.
different people. There are all types of people in the artist community, and you can't really control it.
I remember we
well.
mentioned off the cast a bit earlier that maybe it was on, but you've gone through quite a few Sonos / mascots. You've cycled through them. How
We have
many
a
would you say
folder
you've?
full of them.
How many would you say you've gone through?
We do our homework.
Okay.
I lost track, admittedly.
Okay. If I can remember, because I've also kind of lost track of how many songs I've been. But okay. So I remember when I had my Satir character, who was like half sheep, half human. Named
Oh, that
Reese.
one. I remember that one.
Yeah.
When I was doing the Minecraft texture pack, that's the one I implemented.
And it was so cute. I loved it so much.
I
But
should
it was
finish
like
that.
it was like I had a sheep for a while, and then I was like, I don't fucking like her anymore. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna be a furry now and have like a rabbit for a character. She was like probably my first Sona. Her name was
Really?
like Mars. Yeah. Like I made her on Little Big Planet, and I was like, oh, I like that a
Wow.
lot. And so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna reboot her for the modern age. And then I had her for like not even a month, I think. And then
Yeah, well,
I just changed. Yeah. Oh wait, no. Oh my god. Okay. They come into my brain now. I'm having.
there was the
brain.
robot too, wasn't there?
Yeah, I had a robot. Yes. She was a camera, like a CCTV camera, and her name
Oh, I
was
didn't even get that.
Puffs. Yeah. She just had one big eye, and she was based off my lava lamp, and then, Vel did some fan art of that, being like, Ollie died, and then she became a super robot, and then I was like, that's a cool
was fun.
idea.
Super robot.
I planned to like draw every one of your Sonas when they came around because I like your character design, but I was once like the bunny came out, like I was like, okay, this is a bit like,
Getting out of here.
I put the sheep in Minecraft and I was like, you know what, that counts. You know, I don't have to draw that one. And then it was the bunny, and I was like, well, so
Well,
Oh, we've already
I
got a
don't know.
bunny in Minecraft.
god damn it. I think after the bunny, I was. Oh shit! Did I go back? Wait, holy fuck! I can't remember. No, okay. After the bunny, I had the killer, the serial killer character.
oh, that
Who was
one,
just
yeah.
me. Yeah, who was just me, but with like an eldritch persona
Oh, yeah.
in my soul. And then I took off the mask, and it was some black goop, and it was crazy.
I
But
feel like
then
I
was
remember
like,
you've.
yeah, it was really. I actually kind of liked that design a bit, and then I was like, nah, I don't like it anymore. And then I think I changed it back to the Sona that I have today, who's Ollie, who is a lava
Yeah.
lamp monster.
I think I remember recently you kind of had a self-insert sort of Sona character that was like
Oh
you,
my
but a
God, yeah.
parasite or something.
Yeah, I did that. I just was like, holy shit! It's fine to have self-insert sonas. Like it's not vain or selfish or anything. It's
Oh, that's
just
cool.
it's a cool idea. Like as long as you do something with it, that's what matters. And I always had like an idea to have like a character who also was possessed by a parasite for some reason. I just thought it was really cool. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna be the man. And then I did it. And then I was the man with the scary black gooey parasite. And it was pretty cool. I actually got like a lot of reception from that, and people were like, this is awesome! So epic! And then I was like, yes, I agree.
PewDiePie was in your comment section.
Bro,
That's
face,
epic, bro. Oh, that's epic.
Oh my god, is PewDiePie in this podcast? Holy shit!
Oh,
Bro,
God.
dude.
He's booked for next week.
Oh my god.
We got some viewer questions, evidently.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah. First one up. Good friend at demon_noodle. What kind of horror movies y'all like? I don't watch horror movies.
I'm a
I
big
don't.
fan of slashers. Some psychological
Oh,
horror.
dude.
Mm.
That's a really good question, because my favorite genre of movie is horror movies.
Oh,
Okay. I guess my favorite type of movie, horror movie. Okay. Well, my favorite ones that I do enjoy watching, unironically, would be the Saw franchise and Final Destination.
Hell yeah.
Those are my
Okay.
favorite movies.
Cool, yeah.
I guess it's because of the exaggerated blood and guts. I don't really like.
I like Saw. Saw's fun.
Yeah. Oh, but I love and hate it at the same time because like Saw's really stupid sometimes, and I just hate it. But it's just the fact. It's just the fact that I love the traps ideas. I guess my favorite trap would be the needle pit because it made me feel so gross just watching it.
Hell yeah.
Oh, there's gross needles on my skin. And then like Final Destination, it's just fun to watch because it's so stupid. Like wow. I can't remember my favorite one from there, but I think it's like this guy jumps into a pool. And then he's like, I need to retrieve my lucky coin. And then he goes in there, and then the pipes were like malfunctioning. And then his ass got sucked. His ass got sucked into the pipe.
Oh yeah.
And the pipes were so strong that his guts got pulled out of it. And it was
Pulled
so...
through his ass.
Oh, I've got to watch the Final Destination movies. I only saw the third one. And I remember seeing the movie, and I saw locations that were so familiar. Because I think 3 and 4 were shot right here in Vancouver.
Like, and you're like, oh shit. Oh
hey,
no.
I've been there once.
I think I need to get some people together to watch actually good horror movies, because I've only ever watched like not intentionally bad ones, but we watch it because we know it's bad. Like the Netflix one, In the Tall Grass, was so stupid.
Oh god.
Do you guys see that one at all?
Oh, just the title alone is funny.
And oh yeah, it's like basically they get lost in a grass field.
Oh my god.
And there's also time travel.
Oh my god. What the fuck? Why would you make time travel so stupid?
Time traveling grass.
Oh my god,
Okay.
the grass is time traveling.
Yeah. I think it was
guess
based
my
off a Stephen
favorite-
King novel, but yeah.
It was. Yeah. I like Stephen King. I actually have like it as a book.
What page
in
are
my
you
fucking
on?
drawer. Oh fuck! It's like over 1,000 pages. I think I'm at page 300 at the moment.
Great.
But other than that, my favorite bad horror movie, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would agree with me, is Unfriended. It's one of my favorite.
I think I remember that one.
Favorite bad horror movies of all fucking time. Holy shit!
It's so bad and funny.
So bad. It's so fucking bad. What is a troll?
The guy forcing his hand into the blender.
The ghost is doing
God,
this.
You say that like a guy forcing his hand to him. I can only think of Eric Andre, like that bit where it's like the fruit stand and he's just like just sticks his hand in the blender. Yeah, Eric Andre counts as horror. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
We'll make a little
Jesus, shit at me
BuzzFeed quiz.
sometimes.
Is this an Eric Andre bit or is this a horror movie?
Actually, though, you know how much I'd love to do that?
BuzzFeed, hire us.
Please. Yeah. I know personally, I don't really watch horror movies so much, but I do indulge in horror content, like, like video games or something. But if I had to choose a favorite type of horror, I guess I'd say it's more psychological, more of like greater scheme, impending doom, the cosmic horror. I love a lot. Like Bloodborne. Love that game so much. Yeah, totally.
Alien.
Alien.
Epion.
One of my favorite indie horror filmmakers is Danny Donahue, who did a couple horror movies. Like one of them was like a creature in a parking lot. I'm not describing this story well.
A creature in a parking lot.
As a film in the budget that he had, which was like virtually nothing, it's very impressive as someone who is planning on doing filmmaking within the next year or two.
Oh, damn.
Fair enough.
What kind of films?
Good on them.
What do you think your first project would be, the genre?
The genre. It's kind of hard to describe, but I do like the whole concept of unreliable narrator. Like, one of my favorite shows is Mr. Robot, which is an unreliable narrator story, which spans like 4 seasons. And the entire show takes place in the course of 1 year. And there's so many amazing twists and turns because of the unreliable narrators. Or just narrator.
Cool. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, I'll send you the show. You give it a watch.
Oh, totally.
Fucking amazing show.
Guts. Well, what do you... I know I don't really know what I'm doing. I might do game stuff. Tyke's looking at movie sort of making production. What kind of future do you see yourself having, Guts?
That's
anything planned?
Oh, okay.
A passion. Is art like a side thing, or do you really want to lay into it?
I mean, I do enjoy. I love drawing, and I love designing characters and all that kind of stuff. I do kind of want to be a character designer for a bit of a bigger company. I want to like do something for a bigger company. Be like, oh, look at this character design. I'm really good at that, and all that shit. Yeah. Like I mean, I'm not really sure though. Like sometimes I'll be like, I wanna do this, and then I'm like, I don't know. But I mean, at the moment, I'm pretty happy where I am being a freelance artist.
I mean, we're young. We don't really have to make crazy decisions yet.
Yeah, exactly.
No, not until we're in our 20s.
Worry about now. Until you're in your 20s and like, oh shit, you need to get your life together.
Should I have a crippling gambling addiction or be an alcoholic?
God, gambling sounds more fun.
Gambling is soul crushing, from what I've heard.
It's so fun though.
I got a friend who just turned the like age of majority and is now buying scratch tickets and alcohol.
Oh god.
No.
Jesus Christ.
You guys got any college in mind?
Not really.
No, I win the lottery one day.
I dropped out of high school.
Yeah. I finished high school at least, but college, I don't really want to touch that right now.
Yeah,
don't feel like going through all that.
I've also finished high school, and college just seems too stressful for me, so I'm like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah. Regarding
get that out of me.
Regarding like film college or film school, I'd say like that's one of the passions that you don't need a piece of paper to say I know how to do this. It's just like your work speaks more about your skill.
Yeah, that's also with art.
Exactly.
Because I remember the guys who made Gravity Falls, when they were hiring like art people or whatever, they didn't even look at credentials. They just looked at their portfolio and work, and hired based off that, which I think is cool. Sucks for those who spent so much money and time at college, but win
California
win stupid prizes. Yeah, Cal Arts.
Welcome to California.
Let me tell you a story about one of my favorite directors. I'm sure you've heard of him, Sam Raimi, who did the Evil Dead, Spider-Man.
Ooh,
yeah, like he dropped out of high school along with his brother, worked a few odd jobs, bought like 3-piece or 2-piece suit and tie, and just pitched the idea of Evil Dead to a studio, given like a small budget, very small budget, like I think $1,000, and literally just worked with their close friends and family, like Bruce Campbell.
Oh damn!
Like he was just a fucking nobody.
Multi-millionaire.
And now they're multi-millionaire directors, actors, writers, producers.
Now he's a superstar.
I know there's the whole thing of like, oh, but you never hear of the failed people that didn't make it, you know, which is true, but like, I think going for something crazy like that and like having that passion is very valuable. Like even if you don't make it immediately, you know, it's much better than just sitting down not doing anything.
Yeah, just work until something clicks and goes.
Totally. See, guys, it's not that hard to be happy. It's not that hard to live. I don't get why you're so depressed.
Just gotta get up and do something. Like do something small. Like even if you don't have a lot of energy for it.
Yeah. But yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah. We got some other viewer questions in here.
Oh hell yeah! I forgot we were doing that.
From at Mr_Carl_Carlson. Oh man, we gotta get on the podcast sometime. How big come? Let me tell you, Carl. Pretty big. Pretty big.
That's a hard one. How can you measure?
quantity.
With a ruler.
Pints.
With a ruler, like obviously.
All right.
True.
Give
Yeah,
me like
distance traveled.
15 minutes.
I need like an hour.
See how big my cum is. Like, is he talking about velocity and size, or is he talking about how long he can come?
I think
that-
at all
is that the
measurements, just like satisfactory levels. I'd say for me.
Gotta tell you, not been horny that often lately. At least compared to when I was
Yeah.
like a younger lad.
Let me tell you, I drew booby. I draw boobs like once in the past week. I'm never horny again. I can't. It's like I exerted all my horny energy on just drawing that.
I've focused on other priorities,
Yeah.
like
Nothing
sleeping.
wrong with drawing a little boobies.
Yeah, I gotta finish
There's
that
actually a
bite thing.
Yeah.
Don't
There's
worry
actually a
about
fake out question. There's a second part to
Don't
Carl's
worry
thing.
about
Oh, I can't believe
more
you
serious
faked
question.
this, Carl.
Yeah. His actual question is: any moment in media that legitimately changed your viewpoint on things? Just, I was thinking saying like just some like how you've been influenced in media
Ooh.
like strongly. Doesn't have to be like a political
Huh.
thing. It's more so just like how has media affected
Yeah.
you? How I'm taking it.
I guess it's always.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Carl, if that
yeah.
wasn't your
I
intention.
guess it's always affected me. Like, I've always had
Mm.
hints of a filmmaker in me. Like when I was young, I used to record a lot with like a camcorder. Like nothing big. It's just me goofing around with some toys.
Oh well.
And plus,
I mean, as long as you're doing something that you like.
yeah, if I ever find that footage, I'll probably post it. But also, I always watched like behind the scenes when DVDs were the standard.
Oh yeah,
Like,
the
since-
Boo-Boo reel.
Since they're not the standard anymore, fuck. Behind the scenes fucking suck. Like there's
Yeah.
nothing interesting.
Oh god.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I guess for me, like, I remember I always like every child has at least grown up with cartoons, and cartoons has always made someone more creative. Like for me, I used to watch a lot of stuff like Tom and Jerry and The Simpsons and all that kind of stuff, and I was so interested in the characters and the art style and all that kind of stuff. And then I watched more kind of obscure things like Dodo Island, which was a fucking thing made by Hasbro like ages ago
Yeah.
for some reason, and apparently I got my hands on it and I watched it, and it was
cool.
so much fun. And then after that, I guess I've played Little Big Planet, which is solely a game about
yeah.
creating things and
I've
flexing your
seen,
creative
kind of
muscles.
heard that game influenced a lot of people.
It did,
Or
yeah. And I
Mr.
was
Snappy
one of
Eagle on
those.
Twitter. Yeah, Mr. Snappy Eagle on Twitter. Big Twitter man.
Yeah.
Come on the
Talks about it a
podcast.
lot. Please.
Come on the podcast, bro.
Come on the
No,
podcast.
actually,
Speaking of Guts, you got connections, huh?
You know any
Recommend us to one of your big boy friends.
Yeah, I can hook you up, bro.
You said you were mutuals with Inkplasm that one time. Could you hook us up?
Could you DM
Are you
them for a
mutuals
second
with
and,
John
tell them
Bob?
about this podcast? Yes, I am
I'm
mutuals
sorry.
with John Bob.
I'm sorry, I said his name.
Wow. Oh God!
Get on the podcast now.
Might as well get this viewer question out of the way. At Radbunctious, John Bob? No John Bob.
No,
No.
this is not John
please be
Bob.
on-
This is
please
Lava
be on the
Guts on
podcast.
Twitter.
Please be on the
This
I
is-
heard from an anonymous
This is
source
Lava
that
Guts
that asked him to be on the podcast. He didn't respond. We've been silently declined by John Bob.
Damn it. Are we even human? We'll never get on his Twitter banner at this point.
People are so excited for John Bob to be on the podcast, and it's like, nope, that's not it. It's me. Hope you're not
Anyways.
disappointed.
Anyways, Carl, to answer your question, Markiplier, I guess. He was very funny. I liked him a lot in 2016, dark time of my life, and I was like, wow, I can make content like this guy. I can put myself out. He started small. I'm going to start small. Wow. Inspiration struck me, and then I
Hello,
posted my
everybody.
first stupid little art on Twitter,
And
and it got no attention.
no likes.
Aww.
But look at me now. I run a podcast. I run a tiny little podcast.
I run a podcast.
Yes.
That's a dream come true. As long as you do something with your life, I think that's important.
I do.
I
Very
think it's
inspirational
really
episode
important.
today.
Yes.
Next question.
Oh god.
We got another viewer question by at Frank Pepe Art, our previous guest. Go watch this episode, please.
Please watch the last episode. I'm starving.
Please watch episode 7, please. Anyways, so when are you is going to be on the end of the end?
What's that supposed to mean?
I don't know,
Did
Frank.
I have a stroke? Or...
What is this?
Is
supposed
this
to
some
mean?
obscure comic thing, Frank?
What do you? How about you answer that
Frank, I
question,
don't
Frank?
get the reference, Frank. Frank,
Frank, in
I
the
don't
comments
get it.
right now.
Frank.
Actually,
us.
no,
In the
not the comments.
right now.
DM us. If we're in a VC, answer our question.
Yes.
What the fuck does this mean?
I will hold him
I
to
don't
this.
Get it.
Anyways, I imagine in like 5 years I'm gonna be looking back on this and I'm just not even gonna remember who Frank is.
Who's Frank?
Like, who's that guy?
I don't. Who is Frank? I don't know who that is.
We got
Me.
another question from at possibly Sebo, good friend of ours. Why do they call it oven when you in the cold food,
damn it.
out of hot eat the food? Why do they simultaneously have a stroke? I thought it'd be a serious question. I don't read these in advance.
God
You
fucking
should've-
damn it, Sebo. Shut the fuck
What
up.
the fuck?
Damn it.
This
Fuck that
is
question.
so stupid.
Skipping that one. Next question. At Lucia_Chansan, reoccurring questionnaire. Favorite art supplies and/or art software? It kind of goes hand in hand what we use. For me, Medibang.
It's
Medibang
hand in
is what I
hand.
use. Although I kind of want to go past it, but I mean, it's art program.
I
It
like
works.
I like editing in Krita, like doing weird obscure edits, and it's sometimes Paint.net. I made like a weird Doug Walker who's purple and huge.
Paint.net is awesome.
Sorry for
That's
my
very
loud
good.
chair. I
falling
need a
off his
new one.
chair.
I need a
Oh,
new
no.
chair.
He's falling off his chair.
Donate to our Patreon so I can get a new chair. We
I
don't have a Patreon.
We're not yet.
Yet.
We should.
should.
I do draw traditionally. I'm a big fan of pen. Just standard ballpoint, nothing fancy. I really like drawing with pen because there's a sense of absoluteness to it. Like I can't erase, I can't undo.
Yes.
You know, so don't worry about it. Just draw to your heart's content. Doodle.
This is not
That's
necessarily art supply, but there's a computer accessory that I love using. The Stream Deck is extremely helpful for like binds and and other unrelated to art stuff. Like
Soundboards.
Jesus
Kind
of.
Christ.
kind of soundboard, but like but only you can hear it. No one else
Yes,
can hear
I
the
don't.
soundboard.
Don't start spamming it and ear blasting us.
Nah.
God. But yeah, what about you,
Oh, God.
Lavergets?
I mean, I've said what I used before, but I've only properly used Flipper Clip and MS Paint throughout my whole art career, I guess. But I do a lot of my drawing on my scrapbooks, and I have a whole drawer of scrapbooks. There's probably like 50 in there that I've used over my
I know
years.
Nice.
The only difference for me is I haven't used them.
Oh my god.
I've had so many
Jesus
like
Christ.
sketchbooks that like I got years and years ago for Christmas and never drew in. So there's a
Jesus
huge one with a
Christ,
big
dude.
paper, and it's like, how am I gonna fill that with stupid drawings?
You just do it. You just do
Yeah,
it.
that's fair. You just do it. But I'm
Yeah,
too
just
busy
do
posting on the Twitters, playing Roblox till 3 a.m.
Oh
Yeah.
goodness
Do you ever
Christ.
see this? Do you ever see the stupid screenshots like me or some friends will post of our Roblox adventures?
Oh my god.
You're fucking.
I don't think so. I might have seen one of them, but I don't think so.
There's one
We
of
do some really stupid shit.
there's one of Vel getting head by Sans.
Oh no.
Yes, Sans is giving Mettaton head.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
It's one of the stupid things we do.
Vel, you are a Roblox sex offender. You gotta register on Roblox. Not in real life. That will ruin any career you'll ever have. Unless you go to Hollywood.
Naughty.
Damn.
Naughty is right.
Topical. Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's rare for this podcast.
Ooh.
So,
political.
which actor today had raped 50 women?
Oh.
I.
That's the question.
I'm holding back making a joke. I'm really holding back making a joke.
Don't do it.
I'm not gonna
Don't do
it.
it. I'm telling you. Don't do it.
I can't bring him up again.
Oh,
Anyways, at Nitro Draws asks, "How do you like your burger?" We get a lot of food questions on the podcast, don't we?
I thought
We talk about food more than I think we should.
these
we're the
questions,
food
except
cast.
for the joke ones,
Food cast.
except for the stupid joke ones, I'm looking at you, Sebo. They actually kind of relate to me. I love burgers. They're one of my favorite foods.
Oh yeah.
How
do you like them?
I guess. Well, okay.
How
I mean,
big do you
I
want 'em?
like my. I want a big hamburger.
Big burger.
My actual favorite type of burger is like a southern fried. I love fried chicken and lettuce and aioli sauce and on the brioche bun. That's my favorite burger
nice.
of all time. It's yummy.
Hey, do
I
you do
think
burgers,
so.
Tyc? You grill.
You a burger man?
Sometimes. I just don't like onions in them.
Oh come on, onions are awesome.
Onions make it taste awesome. Like
Like,
they're a
kill me on the
flavor
inside.
enhancer.
It's just
I don't think
preference
I-
for me.
Lovers.
Yeah. I don't think I have any like immediate name in mind for. I don't like keep track of the names of the burgers I've eaten, but I remember one somewhere. I don't remember where. It was really good. Where it was like kind of like a breakfast burger that had like a whole fried egg on it, and it was
Ooh.
like really good.
That
Might
actually
have been in
sounds
Steak and
fucking-
Shake. I don't know.
That actually sounds fucking awesome though.
Oh, it is.
It's a shame
It
that I'm
was.
not like American or something.
Do you not have eggs in Australia?
No, we have eggs in Australia. What do you mean? What do you mean we don't have eggs in Australia?
What do you
Out
have?
of your mind.
You know, big old ostrich eggs.
What? We have chickens like you do.
Really? Okay. News to me, I guess.
We don't have a lot of differences except for the fact that we have Vegemite and
Oh,
all that kind of
Vegemite,
stuff.
eh?
I will. No, we don't have Vegemite eggs. That's disgusting. that would be the worst thing in the world.
Would it
Like-
though?
I mean, it's like soaking a hard-boiled egg in tea.
Well,
Some
I
people
hear a
do
lot
that.
about. I hear a lot about Vegemite, but I've never actually had it. I mean, my apologies. Vegemite.
No, stop it.
Sorry.
American, am I right?
I already cleared it with her earlier. It's okay if I make fun of her accent.
It's fine. Vegemite is not as bad as people think it is. Don't eat it raw, cause it's fucking disgusting. It's yeast juice is what it is. It's just yeast shit, and like it's good on toast. If you have it with butter or peanut butter or anything, it's fine. But if you have it on its own, you will hate it. It's like Marmite. Do you have Marmite, or is that a UK thing?
We got Marmite. I think it's more
Okay.
UK, I believe. Isn't it just butter? Butter substitute.
Butter.
We don't talk
Yeah.
about the British in the podcast.
Oh, apologies.
British. Ew.
That's the one thing. Inclesum will be the only British person we ever get on the podcast.
Unless we get Fossil
We're
Bro, and we
limited to
just
one.
make fun of him for an hour straight.
Oh, getting Fossil on the podcast would be awesome, though. How about that guy?
Just to disclaim, we don't actually hate the British. It's just a Twitter bit.
No, we do. We do hate the British. Yeah. If you're British, get out.
British people going to hell for being British.
Fucking British.
Isn't that just
Ew.
funny how it's just become a meme to hate a nation of people? Play hate.
I'm going to
Of
take the
course.
British out of British Columbia and just make it Columbia.
Regular Columbia, please.
It's like a Bun B. It was like Gun Bun B. Everyone fucking makes fun of her because she's British.
Oh, Bunby is
They're like,
British?
say
Which one?
Tuesday. Gun
Tuesday.
Bun B. There's that Benny B, and then there's Gun Bun B. I
There's
know
two
Gun Bun B
Bs.
from fucking Little Big Planet. I
There's
know her
two
from
Bs.
Little Big
I
Planet.
don't. There's two of them.
It's
They're
the one.
just.
It's the one
They
with
were the same person in my mind.
It's
my
the one
head.
with the big bunny ears, and the one that says.
Do they not both have
Tuesday.
that?
No.
I don't remember.
I know.
I don't
it's hard
follow either
because
of them.
there's so many. I know. It's hard to identify them because they're both bees, and there's a bunch of bee sonars.
I remember.
Which
I never.
kind of makes me mad.
I never posted it, but I wanted to make a. I did design and make a beekeeper OC who was like a villain to all the BOCs who would exterminate all of them.
Come on, you gotta bring it back.
Destroy every BOC.
That is
I could.
so funny.
It's so relevant
I
with
could.
all the
I
bee news.
I still got the
last few
drawings.
months.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, little bee. Stinky bee. Bleh.
We got another
But
question
yes.
from @Andreas_art_34. Will you ever try to actually getting Plasma on the podcast?
Soon.
Fuck yes. Please. I would, like, no joke, getting Ink Plasma on the podcast would be so fun.
Hell yeah. If anyone's
Just
got
like-
connections, even you.
Just meeting the man himself. He would never, because, like, he's shy or whatever. I don't know. I
is
hear he doesn't
shy.
get out much, but so he would never put himself on a podcast. But goddamn, if he ever did,
It would be
like,
such an
I
honor.
know, we meme on him. We meme on him so much, but it comes from a place of love, really.
Yeah. It'd be nice. It'd be nice to kind of branch out and be not
Funny.
as
Massive
shy.
funny-
respect to Ink
Funny
Plasm.
ghost booby.
Little ghost booby.
Funny ghost booby man.
It's funny that
I'm
there's
good
someone
with
out
them.
there that's editing those posts to make it uncensored.
Oh, don't even.
Yeah,
Whenever
we
it's
can't
like
talk about that. We
slightly
can't talk about that.
suggested.
We can't talk about that.
Those people
can't talk about-
are sad though. I will say. Those people
We
are
can't talk
really
about that.
sad. We can't say it. We can't say it.
There's some really weird
not-
people
not-
on the internet. Like, have you seen YouTuber porn?
What?
There's a
Yeah.
lot. You would not
it?
believe
Oh.
how convincing the editing of Markiplier naked is.
You know this firsthand, don't you?
Perhaps.
Jesus
familiar.
Christ.
I'm neither going to confirm nor deny this claim.
Oh my god.
Speaking of NSFW, go Lava. You don't follow me back on your NSFW account. What the frick?
You have a what now?
I don't. Just
Damn it.
yeah. I mean, I think I don't follow all the people that I follow on my main account because I don't want my NSFW account to show up in my mutuals accounts.
That's cool.
I had one of my friends reach out to me and be like, "Do you draw porn?" And I was like, "What? How did you know?" And then they were like, "Yeah, it showed up on my feed." And I was like, "Oh no!" And then I unfollowed I just unfollowed the account.
See, the trick is to just not draw any of it. Don't draw NSFW.
That's very smart. I'll keep that in mind.
Very
Imagine
easy
drawing
to do.
NSFW. Couldn't be me. I would never do that.
Honestly.
That was like the one thing I was known for last year.
Yeah.
And I was 17.
He made Tyc made such a turn. Like, it went from probably one of the horniest men I've ever seen to just nothing.
Yes.
His horny meter is
Christ.
constantly at 0.
I don't know what you're
Dude.
talking about. I've never been horny.
I've never been
Well,
horny in my
sure.
entire
Compared
life.
to my other friends.
Honestly, though,
Ooh.
you gave all that. Actually, I'm not gonna name any names now. Okay, we're being recorded. We're on the podcast. Goddammit, this is inappropriate to our impressionable young audience.
Oh no. Oh no.
Anyways, viewer question from @Skeletoons here. Other social medias that you guys are interested in other than Twitter? I'm in YouTube. I love YouTube. Discord, I guess if you could call it that. But I'm thinking if they're talking about specifically producing content.
I don't know.
I mean,
I guess
I guess YouTube counts.
I guess
we're
I
doing
could
this.
put
Yeah.
some content on Pillow Fort. I guess.
Oh, that. I forgot
You
about
have to
that.
like buy an account. and that's kind of where I go, no, I don't
not
want
if you
to
know
buy an
someone.
account.
We didn't even pay
Yeah,
for our
ours from-
I
accounts.
mean,
We got it from
an
an
anonymous
anonymous
source.
source.
yeah. Someone did offer to give me an account, and I was like, no, I don't think I'll use it anytime soon, to be honest. So, I mean, yeah. So, I guess,
Yeah.
but I mean, other than that, I use Instagram, and I also have a YouTube channel where I post gameplay videos of me and
Oh,
my
yeah?
best friend from Scotland.
I think I've seen that a
It's,
while back.
it's
think I'm a
very
subscriber.
loud and it's very silly. Is what I'll say. It's very loud
Yeah.
because I'm a loud person. That's just me.
Yeah.
And so is
I
him.
suppose. Yeah.
I guess
And this counts as YouTube, I guess.
Yeah. I guess one thing
Yeah,
I've been
exactly.
checking lately was Instagram. I've posted some old art last year.
Yeah.
Don't
feel like
don't
everyone
really use
does
it that
Inst-
much.
I think everyone that posts art on Twitter does like Instagram as an alt, or vice versa. But I just couldn't get behind. Like I don't know. I just didn't get into Instagram. I just don't really want to.
I found some
Twitter
artists
is
on
my own
Instagram that I
hellhole.
found on Twitter. They sometimes put little previews as stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's a good way to like post your work in progresses without actually clogging up someone's feed, which is good.
Also, I just like having all my kind of follower count in one place. You know, together, one big
Yeah.
conglomerate.
That
Yeah.
is a really good idea, though. That is a really good choice. That's why I keep most of my stuff on Twitter.
Twitter.com.
Welcome to Twitter.com.
We keep bringing up the accent thing. I remember I mentioned. Could you please attempt like American accent for us and the viewers at home?
Okay.
Standard
Oh,
vanilla,
God,
you know.
oh my God.
Nothing
Okay.
fancy.
I used to do it, and I forgot because I haven't done it in a long time. Oh fuck, how do cheeseburger. Oh no, that's fucking
Cheeseburger. Almost, I
I
guess.
love my cheeseburger. I want a fucking cheeseburger. I want some
Okay.
water.
Hey
Some
man,
water.
brother.
Water, and I want to go
Water.
to the Texas rodeo. I'm American.
Oh, you're trying so hard.
Yeehaw! Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's more like Southern, which is like kind of like the easy one, of
Still
course, because it's like
American.
you think of like American Southern, which is fine. but
Ow.
It's good.
When I
I
think
like
the
a
Southern accent, I
cheeseburger.
think of that Filthy Frank song, the Donald Trump song, particularly.
Donald Trump. Donald Trump.
Donald Trump.
Oh, I miss Filthy Frank. Such a
Oh,
good.
I still listen to that album.
Yep, same, bro.
Oh my
I
god.
just shot 3 kids in the preschool.
You into some of that old edgy content? Lava
Oh,
Guts?
yeah. I used to watch Filthy Frank like ages ago, probably like 2017. I
Damn.
enjoyed him a lot because I was like, oh, haha, he's offensive for the sake of
He
it.
picks up the dead rat and eats it. Oh my
Look
god.
at him, look at him
That's
wrist.
so funny.
Look at him. It was funny though. It was.
But it could be seen now as like horrendous because it's kind of like
That reminds me.
absolutely disgusting.
That reminds me of when Joji, you know, he's got his fans and like the K-pop stan kind of ones, where on Twitter
Oh,
it was a
God,
whole thing
no,
where
no.
they were finding out about his old stuff,
Oh no, dude.
and people were telling him to listen to his first album, Joji's first album, which was Pink Season.
I remember seeing a tweet that was scared K-pop fans with this, and it's a screenshot of Pink Season album cover.
Wait, Joji was Filthy Frank? Oh my goodness gracious.
I remember seeing a tweet
Oh
like
my
that, and
God.
the image below it was an image of Clark Kent and Superman. Which was just the image of Clark Kent without his glasses.
Oh my god.
I love that
Oh.
stuff.
You're not a real
Unfortunately.
stan unless you listen to Pink Season. We're the OG Joji fans here.
Yeah, we should release an album, each song featuring a different guest.
That's actually pretty cool.
Featuring John Bob.
The John Bob diss.
John Bob, your head is round. And
Honestly,
also, your hair is brown.
John
more red, actually.
John Bob. More like John Snob.
We'd probably make fun of, like... I don't want to keep talking about John Bob, we can't, but just how funny his replies are to some tweets.
Very sexy ink plasm.
Very sexy ink plasm.
Again, if John Bob listened to this right now, it'd be no offense. It's just really stupid.
Everyone just saw that reply and they were like, what the fuck is going on? Very sexy.
It's
very
so funny.
Hot. Very baby.
It's so funny. He's gonna unfollow you after this. You can't be saying that.
Oh no! John Bob, I'm sorry!
No.
I'm sorry. Oh god.
You better make that twit long right now.
Twit longer.
I made a severe and considerate lapse of my judgment.
Continuous lapse in my judgment. Sorry for making fun of you, John Bob.
I'm so sorry, John Bob. I'm sorry that I called you boob.
You just quote the Leafy apology video when he made fun of that one guy.
I'm sorry. No.
We got another viewer question. We got another viewer question in here from @Bryce HEA. Any game series that you think you could, any game series that you think could/should get a new installment in the next few years?
Left 4 Dead.
Oh.
I love the Left 4 Dead games. I was
TF2 2.
Saints Row.
Saints Row, really?
Yeah. I mean, I know I got a remaster like a few weeks ago, but like I want the new Saints Row 5 now.
I want Metroid Prime 4. I really want either the next Zelda or like Metroid Prime 4, because like goddamn, both those projects have been underground for so long.
A game that got announced last year that I'm excited for is Payday, the sequel to Payday 2, Payday 3, coming in the next like year or two. Like likely 2 years
exciting.
because of how not so competent the developers are.
Oh yeah.
Like Payday 2 is still like not fully optimized. The game will still crash. It's running on a shitty engine. Still a good game though.
My favorite character is Sydney from Payday 2.
I haven't played. I have not played Payday before. I hear it's good though.
Me neither, though. I mean, I heard it was nice.
The H3 DLC,
yes. Which is still being sold at full price.
Yeah.
Come on, Ethan. You don't need the $5. Your lawsuit was over years ago.
I mean,
it's so crazy to like. I don't know how in depth the YouTube commentary sphere you guys are. I know I snort that shit. I breathe and live YouTube drama. But like Leafy, oh my god, I've been loving his return, making fun of H3 at every turn possible.
At the end of every video, I love this one particular edit where it's just the clip of H3 saying what he always says, but it's like a cold mountain in the background. I would love to see Leafy survive in this climate.
Today's climate, oh my god. It's so strange to see how such titans have fallen. Others have risen. Like Keemstar and Leafy are kind of doing stuff together again. Not like doing stuff.
Leafy's
but like
just the same old dickhead he was 5 years ago.
Oh, it's so good. I think we really needed this in today's modern climate.
Come on, let's bring back edgy content.
Please.
Come on.
He's definitely stuck in that zone when he left. Like, he's definitely stuck in that kind of humor, and that, like, that's fine, but it's like, you gotta be mindful of what you say, like, nowadays, especially.
We don't want a Mr. Black Darkness 666 situation again.
You say that, and I remember one of his most recent videos was how he was specifically telling everyone how he was never planning to change. And
oh my god, dude.
He doesn't want to be better at all. And he would do everything all over again just for the money.
More power to him, I guess.
He's such an
Amen
asshole.
to that.
A fucking man. It's entertainment.
Oh,
it really
God.
is.
God.
And at the end of the day, we're all selfish little whatever's, just taking people's suffering for content and entertainment. And you know what? Yeah.
That's fine by me.
Come on, Chad,
Yeah,
get
that's
another
how it be.
PewDiePie tattoo.
Roast.
It's real good.
Oh God.
Do you have
Oh,
any accounts or other artists you think you want to shout out?
Oh, okay.
We're coming close on an hour now, actually.
Okay. Well, I'll have a look at some of them. Okay. Here's an artist that I actually really like. I don't know how to say it properly. It's like Go for T Priest. And they have 467 followers, and their art is very nice. Their art is a bunch of shapes and squares, and it's very stylized, and I like them a lot. And I would give
Cool.
them a shout out, I believe.
Yeah.
Another artist that I like to shout out is, come up, you stupid account. Okay. Slashaware. I've known
Okay.
Slashaware for a long time, and they draw, like, kind of shapes and stuff. Like, my favorite kind of thing to see is, like, shapes and all kinds of unique designs, and Slashaware is very good at that kind of stuff. And I've also known them for a while now, which is nice. And, let's see if there's anyone, like, one more person to shout out. Yes. Moldpaw. I've known Moldpaw for a long time, and they're a very nice person. They're very funny, and their art style is sick, is what I would
Oh, nice.
describe it. Like, it's like oily and gross and like
Oh, yeah.
toxic, which is that kind of stuff. And
What
I
was
like
that
it a
ad
lot.
again?
Moldpaw, like mold, like bracelet of mold, like a
Alright,
cat. Yes.
I simp for that content.
Of course, I love, when it comes to art styles, I love kind of, not creepy or horror-ish, like, it's fine, I like it, but personally, the kind of almost grody-ish, or not too over the top, but a tasteful amount of grody, I guess. Stylized, you know? Like, even my art style isn't gross, I'd say, but it's sharp, it's angular, it's kind of weird. Yeah. Fucking stupid. It's okay. Eyesore.
I mean, it's nice. Like, I really like your design. I really like your
thank
Sona,
you.
and I like your character designs. They're very cool.
I
and
like
pointy.
your lineless style, because you do that,
Thank
don't
you.
you?
Yes, I did.
I did lineless for a while.
I'm too lazy to draw lines, so I keep it as lineless.
No, in my experience, lineless takes more effort than lined.
I mean,
Because
yeah.
you can't just
I
draw
mean,
the outline, you just gotta
Yeah, that's
do it
true.
yourself.
That is true. That is
What's
very
the kind
true.
of style would you say you have, or like, you know?
I guess I
Sophia.
would say I'd have like a bubbly kind of lineless style, like you would say.
I would say bubbly, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like exaggerated. Like, I love cartoony rubber hose exaggeration kind of thing. Like,
Mhm.
I'm not very good at dynamic stuff, but I love doing like exaggerated poses and silly things. I like drawing that kind of stuff. I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's fun to do. Like, I think it's fun to, like, exaggerate your art a bit. Like, I don't really understand why people are so stingy with anatomy sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they're just
You can
like,
go wacky, you can go
they're like-
wild.
her guts are too small. Where are her guts? Where are her...
Where are they?
Saying? Where are
Her
they
back,
right
her
now?
poor back, her back. Oh my
Poor
god.
back. Oh, I'm a
And you're not
woman.
even drawing like huge boobs on it. It's just a creature.
A little creature. Oh, her
Yeah.
poor back.
Where are they? The guts.
Where?
Now.
Hand them over.
Oh, my God.
Out with birds.
Oh, it burns. Oh.
I mean, yeah.
Good.
What about you,
Jesus
Tyc?
Christ.
Do you
What?
what kind of style? Do you give a style? Any kind of style you like?
I like.
Any sort of.
I've mentioned this in the podcast before. I like Bruce Timm's art style, who did Batman the Animated Series
Oh yeah, yeah.
and Justice
Oh, that
League.
stuff's, I can. Oh yeah, I'm thinking about that. I can totally see it in your art style now.
Yeah, he's
really
he's
cool.
the artist I mostly take influence from. It's simple and
That's
dynamic,
nice.
and that's what I like.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
It's a bit of a topic change, but I wanted to ask, since you're Australian, there was crazy news with like all the fires going on down there a while back. How's it going now?
Well,
Is it better?
I don't think that the fires are going on anymore. I think
Okay, good.
Isn't it winter?
like it was only for it is. It's fucking cold.
Oh, it's winter for you?
Yeah,
Oh, that's
it's winter
right.
over
Opposite
here.
side of the world. It's
so
summer for us.
cold. It's so cold over here, and then you're like, oh, time to put on the sun lotion. Haha.
It was a beautiful day out today, let me tell you.
Oh god. But it's like the fires were going on for a while, and we lost a lot of wildlife. We lost a lot of koalas and kangaroos and wallabies, and it was really sad.
Crispy.
But oh my god. Oh,
Sorry.
crispy.
Dinner tonight, boys.
But after that, like during when the fires were roaring, like a lot of people were suffering down in New South Wales
Yeah.
because of all the smoke that was being produced, and a lot of people were developing pneumonia and all that shit, and it was terrible. But my prime minister, who we call ScoMo because he's a scumbag a bit,
I've heard of that.
he literally he came to like a park, like, and the sky was just red with fire. It was insane. And he came over to this specific place, and all he did was try to shake people's hands instead of like helping. He just had
I saw a
hands
clip of that, and someone looked so uncomfortable. Like, I don't want to shake your disgusting hands.
Oh
He's
my
like,
god.
hello, I am the Prime Minister, shake my hand. And then they're like,
I'm the Prime
no.
Minister. Hello.
and then,
Hello.
hello, my name's ScoMo. And all he fucking did was that he flew to like his fucking holiday house. He didn't even help us at all. The fires were just happening. Like, it was so fucking funny. And then the fires died off, which was great.
Okay.
I love the fact that
And then the fires came.
I love the fact that your firefighters on publicly on social media called your prime minister a cunt. It's so bold and funny.
Oh, it's so good.
It literally is, though. That literally is what it is. It's just so funny. Oh my god, he's like, ugh. He's a bit of a dumbass, but he's like helping us with the virus now because it's in his fucking duty to do it.
Finally,
There
he's
seems
doing
to be
something.
a trend throughout all of history of people not really liking leaders, bad ones at that. I wonder why. Oh. Anyways.
I mean, I know that my past one, Tony Abbott or something, he's all he's known for is eating onions. That's all he's known for. Like,
Wow.
eating a fucking raw onion. Like, he's like,
He had Wario as a president, or like whatever.
Scrumptious onion. Now he's just
Wario.
Wario.
Well,
I remember seeing
Jesus.
earlier this year, I saw an Australian comedian who came to America and tricked the media into eating onions raw. You know Louis Spears?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I don't think so.
You should listen to his podcast. He's a bit of a funny
Oh, yeah?
man.
I'm a bit of a
Watch-
podcast listener myself.
I'm
Watch
a bit
his
of a
funny
podcast man
content.
myself.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you ever think you'd want to visit America or Canada by that extent? Because that's where Tyc resides.
North America.
North America.
I would like to visit America one day because I have a few friends and a few family living.
so awesome.
Which is so awesome, but I'm a bit turned away by all the guns and the idiots there. I'm a bit turned away from that.
Then you should come
Well,
to
not now, of course.
Then you should
It's-
come to Canada. All we have is just idiots. Our prime minister banned guns.
Oh, that's great.
Well, a majority of
America
guns.
too. Like if guns are banned here, it's just gonna be a bunch of idiots.
Oh my god.
North
I don't know,
America, a bunch of idiots.
I don't even think you
Why
can
would you
come over to America now, considering
Oh,
the
no.
virus.
No, I can't visit anywhere. Especially in America, because I know that the virus is still fucking present in like New York
Yeah.
and like a bunch of other
Yeah.
places, which is scary because people aren't being smart and putting on a mask or washing their hands or staying inside because they're like, no, it goes against my right as an American. And it's like, fuck
I'm
you, dude.
sorry. Let me just
sorry.
disclaimer. I'm pretty sure it's mostly in the South. So as a Northerner, I am. I don't know if that's true. I just hope it is.
But here, it's very different. We don't have any cases in Australia except for
Oh, nice.
Victoria. We have 72 cases in Victoria because they're stupid.
Oh,
Victorians
well,
are stupid.
I'm glad that things are much better over there, virus-wise at least. That's the problem. That's the whole problem when the entire world sucks, you know? Like, oh, we don't have the virus,
Oh,
but we're on
God.
fire, you know? Or like, we don't, or whatever.
We
but
don't give a
whatever.
fuck. I want my hair
just-
cut. Fuck the virus.
Hey, there's
Christ.
a fucking virus down there. I'll kick its ass.
It's
You can't go
incredible.
against virus.
You can. No. I cannot believe the virus is stopping me from getting my nails done. Fucking hell.
You can suck my right,
Please,
virus.
You can
Femboy
suck
Hooters
my
is
penis.
eternally closed due to the virus.
Good. I never
Finally.
want to see
Good.
it again.
Goodbye, Femboy Hooters. You're out
Oh,
of business.
I see it everywhere, and I'm like, oh, it's disgusting.
I'm glad the beam's dying. It was fun for like a day.
Just a
I don't
day.
know why. It just puts a weird taste in my mouth every time I see Femboy Hooters. It's like, oh, ugh, that's nasty.
Now you just got a fucking hamster asking about their art.
Oh, that one sucks too.
Fucking kill them.
I'm not to
Squish
bash like anyone that's done it. I mean, fine if you did, it's fine. But for me personally, it's like, please give me validation. I must tell me what's.
mush.
I know I never like those trends where it's like, just comment, and give me compliments, please.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave Twitter for an hour, but not actually. Give me compliments.
I'm gonna work. That's
I
what we
saw
do.
like, well, this artist that I saw post is a little political, but I saw him post and a bit not safe for work, but he posted it but it's edited to. I know what you like about my art.
I know what you like.
I know.
I
It reminds me
know.
when I made
I
this. It was leave Twitter forever and let your
Fuck
followers reply
you.
to this post with nothing. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Pop it up on screen if you want. Tyke.
I
Live
will.
Twitter
Said it in
forever. And let your followers reply to this post with nothing.
Nothing.
You.
Yeah.
Fuck you,
Oh,
whore.
God. We've gone.
Fuck you, whore.
I believe we've gone a little past an hour now. So.
Okay.
Another
Well,
hour to go.
It's just another Frank. Won't
Another
get
one.
any views. But yeah, you guys have any closing topics, thoughts you want to talk about before things wrap to a close?
Take care of yourself. Go to sleep early. Drink water.
I do
and,
one of those.
You better. Jesus Christ. And
Hydro
also,
homies.
I love you.
Wow. So you're the viewers? She loves you.
Hear that?
Comment lol in the comment
Hello,
section
well.
below.
Please,
Come on, Dom. Did he do it these last
dumb
few
comment
episodes?
lol. I don't know, I haven't checked. I don't read the comments.
Ooh. Where's Dom? Get him here.
If you have any complaints about the podcast, leave them in the comments. I won't read them.
But I will. I will read the comments,
I will.
read the analytics, and you can't stop me. I know what you've commented.
I know what you.
Ugh.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting me on here, and thank you for
Thank you for being
talking with
on.
me.
Thank you for
Thank you.
meeting me. Yes. And thank
All
you,
good.
the viewer, for tuning in to the Blockchain Podcast. Good night, guys.